Hello, today we're going to talk about asylum claims in Canada. So we have seen the asylum claims has increased a lot in 2023, and it has been the highest in 2024. So first of all, should Canada be entertaining asylum claims, right? Should Canada be helping refugees and all? I personally feel for sure yes, right? But what the policies and all that we have in Canada, that should 100% change, because the policies that West had for asylum seekers or for refugees, those were created like probably 30 years ago. If you compare like probably India, Bangladesh, or Pakistan versus Canada or US 30 years ago, this or like China versus Canada or US 30 years ago, the story was very different, right? But if you compare these countries to at least Canada right now, Canada is at a situation where it's falling behind like many of the Eastern countries, right? So now the amount of refugees which Canada brings in, right? Like definitely it should be based on the geopolitical situation of that year, right? So suppose there's a war going on in Gaza, right? Should Canada bring in more people from Gaza? Yes, right? So there's a war going on in Ukraine. Should Canada bring more people from Ukraine? For sure, right? There's a war going on like Haiti and all this going disturbances going on. Should Canada bring people there? For sure is. But that number should be revised every year for that country based on the geopolitical situation, right? And then there should be a cap also and a separate quota based upon the financial condition of the country, which has been in the last 2 or 3 years, right? For example, if you consider the financial situation of Canada in the last 3 or 4 years, it has been minus, right? Like so that cap would go to zero, right? Or it should be reduced. So it is again like so it is maintaining a healthy balance, right? I think if you do good for other people, like definitely the country would do good. Like you'll get blessing from a lot of people. If there's a family that is stuck, you should help that family, right? But what is happening now is this asylum program is misused a lot, right? How it is misused is like if your asylum claim is getting rejected, you can file 3 or 4 number of appeals, and still the Canadian government would not be able to deport that person, right? First of all, like let's take the case of 2023, around 140K, like 140,000 asylum claims were submitted. Out of them 51,000 were accepted, right? And the 10,000 were rejected, right? Now think about the 10,000 that were rejected. There was going to be appeals and all on that, right? So overall, there is still 100,000 cases that are still pending, right? Think about the amount of resources it will take for Canadian government to decide upon that, right? And the cases which it rejects, Canada will not be deporting those people because there are like 5 or 6 level of appeals that go through that, right? So how like who gets impacted? The citizens gets impacted because their taxpayer money goes into like all of this processing time and all, right? Then the actual people who are getting suffering, like who are actually suffering, right? Who actually need asylum, they are getting impacted because the resources are not available for them because of the broken system, because of having 5 or 6 like appeal options and all, right? So and then, so I think it should be a fair system. Again, it should be evaluated every second or third year, and the numbers should be revised. There should be a clear system. Right now, what happens is there's a script that you can download from internet, and like when you land on to Canadian airport or like maybe in the US also, right? You just go through that script. If you answer the questions based on that script, your asylum status like would might not be 100% accepted, but it could go into the queue, right? And then there are like many scripts that are available. If you follow those scripts, there is no way they'll be rejecting your asylum status, right? So again, like even if your asylum status is rejected, like the lawyers and all, they'll take advantage of these people and all. So the whole system is broken, right? So first of all, like the processing time, if the asylum is rejected, right? Maybe the people should be deported. They can file a claim and all, right? Offshore, right? Like maybe from the country and all. So in that way, like people who actually need asylum, they could be helped a lot, right? And as I said, the quota should be based upon the financial condition of the country in that area, like for those years and all, right? Again, like if you see Canada, it has been suffering a lot for the last 2 or 3 years. Again, I personally feel the asylum status should be there. People should be helped. If we do good, good would come, right, in one form or the other. And people who come through wars, they're like one of the sharpest people. They would never like they would be for sure successful, right? And because they have seen a lot, right? There is no way they would not be successful. They'll be successful economically also. Their kids would be successful in all just because of the trauma they have gone through and the opportunity if you give them, right? it's a huge add-on to the economy, really to the economy in terms of numbers, right? But if you are giving this, like if they miss this opportunity, and a lot of the resources are invested into like the broken processes and all, right? It's it creates a broken system for everyone. It creates hate within the system and all. It creates hate for the people who are actually suffering, right, and all. So economy, like Canadian government should fix this, right? And again, like these are, it's very clear, very easy to fix these things. Again, like share this video so that we can let the government know that we are thinking about solutions. We know what the solutions are. But the Canadian government, Canadian government is not thinking about these solutions at all, right? So there should be faster deportation. There should be minimal investment in the processing time and all. There could be a lot of automation in the processing and all, right? There could be a lot of taxpayers' money that could be saved from this heavy lifted process and all, that could be invested into small businesses, that could be invested into hospitals and all, right? That could be even invested into bringing more asylum people, right? So right now the broken processes that the government has, and that has also been created, right? Because Canadian government has invited a lot of temporary residents in the last 3 4 years now, and then it has issued like maybe millions of visitor permits, right? So many people who are just coming as visitors, they were issued visitor visas and all. They are also applying for asylum. So you can see the government broke the system by just giving a green flag for everyone to enter Canada. And now if you give an opportunity, right, if you give an opportunity to everyone, even it's like right or wrong, they would try to use that opportunity, even it goes in the wrong way, right? So you can't blame the people that they are misusing the system, right? So it is the government's responsibility to fix the system. It is not their responsibility. So if the system is broken, people will take advantage of the system, right? And we all know that the system is broken. The Canadian government should need to fix that, right? And again, like the asylum process should be there, but should be for the people who really need it, so that we can really do good stuff and like we can get the blessings, right? And indirectly, Canada's economy will also boom and all. But again, the processes needs to be fixed, which the current government is not fixing, and has created a horrible situation right now, because of which like like maybe not eligible people are also filing for asylum claims and all, which is taking a lot of resources and slowing the whole process down. So please like my video. I'll be creating more videos. I'll be talking about these issues more. You also create more videos, share those videos so that at least we can show to the government that we are thinking about the ideas, we know the solutions and all, and we know that they are not doing anything. Thank you.